All right, so this example, we're going to figure out what the main term is and how we would look it up in our ICD-10-CM manual. So first, we want to figure out when we have tetanic cataract in hypoparathyroidism, what is the actual why the patient is here. So what is going on with the patient? Well, we know that they have hypoparathyroidism, but the reason why the patient is here is because of this cataract. So that's going to be the main term that we look up. Then the subterm is going to be related to hypoparathyroidism, possibly also tetanic. So we're going to look at each of those options in our index. So if we look for cataract in our manual, it takes us to page 52, right here. And when I look underneath for a subterm, remember the subterm is going to be 5 spaces indented below cataract. So we have width as a subterm. We have age related as a subterm. We have anterior as a subterm. If I continue looking down the column here, I eventually see a subterm that says in, which also means due to. And if I look at the second qualifier underneath in, I will find hypoparathyroidism. There's 2 codes there. I'm going to write down both of these codes, but what this tells me is to accurately describe cataract in a patient that has hypoparathyroidism. We're going to use this E20.9 as our first code. We're going to verify it to see if we need any additional digits in this code. And then the code H28 that's in parentheses. Anytime you see a code in those slanted brackets or parentheses, brackets, they're not parentheses, brackets, that tells you that that is going to be a secondary code. It is never going to be listed as a first code when it is in this format. So I'm going to write those codes down. And remember, we never code directly from the index. So we have to go and verify these codes in the main tabular, the main part of the book. Okay? So again, I found that on page 52. And if you are not using the AMA version, the ICD-10-CM 2021, if you're using a different manual, which is fine, it may not be on page 52, but it would still be under the main term of cataract, and then the subterm of in, and then the second qualifier of hypothyroidism. All right, so now let's go and look the code of E20.9. And it tells me here that it is E20.9, hypoparathyroidism unspecified, and it's under the category code of hypoparathyroidism. It also tells me what it excludes. It tells me the definition. So in this case, it is unspecified hypoparathyroidism. So it does not tell me I need a fifth digit. You know, we're looking right here. It does not say 5th digit. So I know that that is an okay code. Now I go to the H28. And H28 is the top of the page here. And that says, oh, there's some helpful hints here. All right, so that says cataracts in diseases classified elsewhere. So first, you're going to code first the underlying disease, such as hypoparathyroidism and some other examples. I'm not going to read all the rest of them because we are focused with the hypoparathyroidism. So what's great is it tells us when we looked at this secondary code, you don't use this code as a primary code. You're going to have to code first any underlying disease. And in this case, our underlying disease is hypoparathyroidism. And we already found the code for that. We said it was E20.9. So there's no check mark here that says we need to have an additional digit. So this is my final code. So in this case, we were lucky. We don't need to add additional digits here. We don't need to add additional digits here. The way we would write this is E20.9 and H28. We would not include the brackets. And if we were adding it to a program that didn't have multiple boxes for answers, you would just simply put in a comma. So we would know that you're saying that this is the first code and this is the second code. I think this comes with a lot of practice. Actually, I don't think, I know. So we're going to continue to practice, and I think it'll continue to come slowly but surely.